getting better at this. Oh, that just saved me a boatload of time. I almost didn't press sound. Wouldn't be the first time. Doofy doofness. Do I look like Frizz Khalifa? You know, I like that kind of undone look, but sometimes on camera, I don't see it till it's over, and then I am like, oh, I look El Pollo Loco. So, whatever. Deal with it. Internet. Okay, I got some requests about brush information. I've been doing makeup for so long that I forget to explain things sometimes. I just assume that people know what I'm talking about or whatever. So I don't want to inundate you with too much information. I think information is great, but I also feel that too much can be overwhelming, and then you just never want to even attempt or try. So I'm going to talk about some of my favorite brushes today, makeup brushes, ones that I use in my own personal makeup, in my own bathroom when I do my makeup. Not talking about makeup I do on set. I'm talking about me and the things that I know work for me and that I know will work for you, and I want to minimize the amount of tools that you may think you need. It's great to have a lot of tools. For instance, like this. This is something that would come on set with me. This is stuff that comes on set with me because sometimes I'm working with multiple people. I don't use the same brush on the same person unless it's been cleaned, and sometimes I don't have time to clean something. So I have a lot of my favorite brushes I have duplicates of, and that's just how it goes because that's my job. That's my job. But for people who are not professional makeup artists, it's not your job to have a bunch of brushes unless you really want a bunch of brushes. First off, foundation. You do not need a brush for foundation. You do not need one. If you want to use one and you prefer the look of it, then you can use a foundation brush like this or a foundation brush like this. This is more of a kabuki style brush. This is the Bdellium 957. You can buff that on, but honestly, it's gonna leave some streaks and things. Like, you've really gotta buff it out, and that's what helps you get a seamless application. Or you can use a brush like this. This is Prescriptives. I know Prescriptives is still available online. I'm not sure if they still sell brushes, but and that's more of like a painterly effect putting on. I rarely ever use foundation brushes. I use my fingers or I use sponges on myself and on my clients. That's just the way I do it, and that's that. The next thing you're gonna need is a powder puff. These are machine washable. This one's from Mercier. I also like the Trish McAvoy style velour powder puffs. These are awesome. If you watch my Flawless Face video, you know that you just roll the powder onto the skin to set, okay? That's it. I wash mine about once a week. I throw it in the washing machine. Next up, bronzer brush. I pretty much do a little bit of bronzer on a regular basis. I love a nice, full, luscious, big powdery type brush for that. It gives a nice full application. If you use something that's too small, like my cheek color brush, then you're going to get very small stripes of bronzer. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a brush that is full-bodied. It's got not too dense, not tight, full-bodied, and then that you can just swirl, tap off, and you're gonna buff over. In a pinch, you can use this as a powder brush for your, if you're somebody who likes to use, like what I use, the mineral foundation powder this is from Laura Mercier, but like a Bare Minerals type of powder. This is beautiful applied with a big fluffy brush like this. That's my favorite way to do bronzer or powder. I do keep another brush similar to that on hand because I like to have one that doesn't have the bronzer on it in case I'm doing the foundation powder. But if you're trying to save money and you just want one brush, then just have the one brush, one or one. It doesn't matter. They're both nice, full, fluffy brushes. Just make sure if you're applying your foundation powder and your bronzer with the same brush that you wipe it off, because it does tend to get bronzed from your bronzer, and then you're going to be applying, you know, a layer of bronzer over your face plus your foundations. Okay, so a nice full fluffy brush is an awesome staple to have in your bag. This one's from MAC, this one's from Laura Mercier. Laura Mercier calls this her bronzing brush, and this one is from, I think it's a holiday kit from MAC. It says 161S, so I think it was a special edition, but again, nice big full fluffy brush. Cheek color brush. I am very particular about my cheek color brushes. This one is from Laura Mercier. It's lovely. It's tapered on the sides here. See? I love it. It's the perfect size. And I'm just going to use my mirror to show you. When you're applying your blush, you're going to put your brush onto your product, smile, and you can do a stippling motion like so, or a C formation. Please do not hold your brush like this and grind it against the skin. You want an even application, so just pressing the color or light soft strokes in one direction, not a back and forth motion. That will also save you having to replace your brush more often, because it's hair. This is hair, this is hair. If you are grinding it into the pan back and forth, you're breaking all the beautiful fine hairs off, and then you're going to not have a very pretty application of makeup. So definitely be gentle with your brushes. You'll get a better application out of it, and you'll get a longer lifespan out of your brush. Okay, on to concealer brushes. I love the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage brush. It's just a great size. The hair is synthetic. You want synthetic haired brush for creams. So your concealer is a cream product, and you want a synthetic hair to pick up the cream product. It picks up a nice amount of it. The point is not too big nor too teeny. And then you can really just dab it right where you need it. So if you've got a blemish here, you're only putting the concealer on the blemish. For under the eye, it's lovely as well. Right under here. Perfect. Perfect size brush. Some people like to have a larger size brush like this. This is great for under the eyes. This is the Bdellium 934. Great for under the eyes. However, I find it too large when I'm trying to spot conceal. If I have a choice and I want to pare down my brushes, I choose the Secret Camouflage from Laura Mercier. A ton of companies make a brush like this, so keep your eyes peeled. You want something that looks like this. For the eyes, I rarely wear eyeshadow. It's not a big part of my routine. However, I do keep 2 brushes on hand in my bathroom for those very special occasions when I do wear eyeshadow. This is the Bdellium 778 brush. Little bit full, flat. This is a lovely brush to lay down your base colors. A beautiful all-over eyeshadow brush. Then, if you're somebody who likes to wear a little bit of eyeshadow in your crease, what you're going to want to get is a ponytail brush. This is the ponytail brush from Laura Mercier. It's lovely, tapered, natural hair, nice and full. This is wonderful for going in the crease and blending colors. Oh, maybe it had a little something on it. Looks like I just did my eyeshadow. This is great. I love this brush. You can also use this under here like that. A ton of companies make really wonderful brushes like that. The next brush is for eyeliner. Now, when I do wear eyeliner, a lot of times I'll do a dense eyeliner at the base of my eyelashes, and I'll use a flat liner brush. This is the flat liner brush from Makeup Forever. I've used this in several of my tutorials. It's the 0N brush. I've used a lot of flat liner brushes over the years, and this is my favorite. The hairs are really short and dense, and I have a lot of control using this, and it just makes it so easy to go in and smudge out a line without getting it all over the place. That's if I'm using a pencil. Can go over that and really get a nice line. Now, if you're somebody who likes to wear gel liner or cake liner, this is awesome for that as well. Perfect for going in and getting that real beautiful line close to the lash line. This is also wonderful for tight lining if you're going to be using a cake or gel liner to tight line your eyes. I love this brush. Also, you can use it underneath the lash line. It's a great flat liner brush, and to me, the best one on the market that I have found. A brush for your eyebrows. Now this is a little spoolie brush. I don't even know who makes this brush. You always want to brush through your eyebrows, even if you don't do your eyebrows like me. If you normally don't put brow powder or pencil in your brows, it's still really nice to go through and brush through your eyebrows, especially if you've used foundation and powder. Get all the product out of your eyebrow and get that nice, clean, polished look. You can also use an old toothbrush if you don't want to spend money on one of these, or get one of these from the cosmetics counters at the local department store. They have the little disposable mascara wands. Those work great. So a brush like this, awesome. So these are the only brushes that I store in my own personal makeup kit. They're the only brushes I use. They're the only brushes that I need on a regular basis, and they get the job done so well. And I hope this was helpful and not too overwhelming for you. Please ask me whatever questions you like down below, and I will do my best to answer them for you. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll put links to all of these brushes below. Okay? I'll see you soon. Bye. Don't do this. Unless you're Lady Gaga, then you can do this.